Hello and what is up, guys? So, there are some big news going on Twitter right now since there seems to be a coup in Brazil. Now, I've got no clue if this coup is going to be successful or not. But let me get you into the political situation of Brazil first. So, Lula, representing, I think, the Social Democratic Party in Brazil, won against the far right party of Jair Bolsonaro recently. And it was a pretty close election, as you can see here, but Lula still had a clear majority. And now, however, there are some conspiracy theorists. I mean, there are some people in Brazil, anyways, far right people, who want to bring back Bolsonaro even though he lost, and basically institute a military coup and I guess a dictatorship in Brazil. That's what they want, it seems like. And that is what's going on. And this matters to you. And I will explain very shortly why it matters wherever you live in the world. So Bolsonaro, he's been supported by the military. The people here want to make the military make a coup against Lula, against a democratically elected candidate. And I want to ask you, does this remind you of anything? Because it should. This is basically, I mean, I wouldn't say identical, but it's very, very, very close scenario to January 6 in the United States. However, this looks more dangerous. I'm worried about that, and you should be too. Let's talk about why Brazil is so important. It's very important, actually. So, the Amazon rainforest is very, very, very important. I'm going to read a quick article here to you about why it is so important, that it matters to people all over the world. It doesn't matter if you live in Brazil or not. It doesn't matter if you live in South America or not. It doesn't matter if you live in the Western Hemisphere or not. It doesn't matter where you live. This matters to you directly, and to you I am speaking right now when I say and go through this article. So first, its abundance of animals. It's got 10% of the world's species. Oh, I forgot to mention what's under threat here. So, Bolsonaro has publicly supported the farmers. There are farmers currently who are burning down trees so that they can move their livestock there, mostly cows, which is why you should not buy Brazilian meat if you really want to be good towards the environment. But we'll get to that. Okay, but so they move these livestock to the burnt down ground because that gets more fertility, it grows better. But the thing is, this ground runs out in about, like, I don't know, a few years anyways, and then the farmer will move to the next place, burn up more trees. You see, this is basically like a tree burning machine. Like it just goes on and on and on. And Lula, at least to my understanding, wants to stop this, and Jair Bolsonaro wants to continue it because he doesn't believe in climate change. Wonder what's new about far right people not believing in climate change. Anyways, yeah, they don't really care that the world is dying. Isn't that kind of crazy? There's people who don't care about the world dying. And right now, they're doing a coup in a country that is very important for this world and needs to work with us if we're going to prevent climate change. And even worse, we won the good guys here who want to stop climate change won the election, and now they're going to just go in and coup it? These people are crazy. Completely crazy. You have to believe in climate change or just a science denier or whatever, but let's not talk to those people. Otherwise, you basically deny science. And this is proven in thousands of articles. You can just Google, is climate change real? And I bet you 9 out of 10 would say yes. Almost all scientists say yes. This is like the most important part of science ever. Like, you may not believe atoms exist or whatever, but this is fully believable, okay? Anyways, let's go on. We got 10% of the world's species. It's got a ton of different plant species, which is very good. We want biodiversity. It's a very good thing, biodiversity. But I'm not a scientist. I'm not going to talk more about it. Just going to say it's a very good thing. You can Google if you want. You can always Google if you want in my videos. So, the third reason, the Amazon River riches. Yeah, it's got, anyways, very, very important amount of tree species. Yeah, and wetlands. Wow, hold a ton of tree species. There's a bunch of other things. Highest rainfall in the world. Yeah, one really cut all that down, huh? Anyways, but this is the most important thing. This is the most important thing, and I'm not gonna bother watching this video. We're just gonna read really quick. Okay? It produces roughly 6% of the world's oxygen. It's been acting as a carbon sink, meaning that it's been taking away carbon from the air because trees doing photosynthesis can make carbon into oxygen. And we need more oxygen, less carbon. So this trees is basically our solution. We can't plant more trees though, because there's not really space for that. But we should definitely not be chopping down trees, especially since trees in rainforest climate produces more oxygen usually because there's a higher density. So this is basically no go. You should never do this. This is a very, very, very stupid decision. But when trees are logged and the forest is burned, that carbon releases into the atmosphere at alarming rates. Recent research has suggested that these forests might actually be emitting more carbon than they're absorbing. Luckily, if we're able to conserve large parts of the fragile ecosystem, scientists believe we'll be able to restore its status as carbon sink. So you see, if Lula win, Brazil will help the rest of the countries save the world. If Bolsonaro win, he will help. Yeah, he will help ruin the world, I guess. Isn't that kind of horrible, right? And remember, there's your local far right parties in your country probably don't want any better. They're just as bad as these people. It's crazy that we've got so many people who just want to ruin the climate for no reason. Very, very stupid. That's why it's all because of this misinformation that the far right spreads all the time. Stay informed, people, because that's how you're going to stay left leaning. I'm telling you. If you fall for this crap, then you may never get out. I think you will, though. I think you're smart enough. I believe in you guys. Even you people on the right, I believe in you. Let's go back to Twitter, though. So we even got Jeremy Corbyn, of course, out there tweeting for Lula. But let's check out Brazil. What is up? Let us see what is going on here. So yeah, they've stormed the National Congress.
Polícia não conseguiu conter o povo. Não conseguiu conter o povo. Quebraram as janelas, quebraram tudo, entraram dentro da casa, quebraram
See, they're ruining everything, dude. They're breaking down everything. These people are way more crazy than January 6th, guys. Holy shit, people are running in this place, dude. Oh, yeah, Hassan is kind of right, I guess. Yeah, shittiest Jan 6 enactment. Storming of the German parliament. Yeah, that one. That was so successful, right? Now all the Nazis got arrested a few days ago. That was kind of funny, you know? Yep, they are invading the government buildings, guys. Far-right coups are happening everywhere in this world, and we, the left, okay? This is why you should not be a liberal. The left is the one who can stop this, okay? The liberals aren't doing anything. The liberals aren't helping. The liberals are just saying, well, maybe these people are just misunderstood, or maybe these people just need to be enlightened or something. No, these people should be enlightened for sure. But don't stop this with sympathizing with them, right? We need to convince them that they are wrong, but we also need to put up a firm resistance against them. We don't want a Nazi Germany reenactment. We know what happened there. We know that it was the liberals, the centrists, who sided with the Nazis, failed completely, got completely baited by them or whatever, and lost total power, and the Nazis got in charge. That is what we know about the facts. So don't join the liberals, okay? We as the left, I include even social democrats, even though they kind of stabbed us in the back there with the Nazis. Long story short, they funded some paramilitary organizations when the left was trying a coup, which I coup it wasn't. It was like a revolution. Yeah, the left was very stupid. Okay, revolutions suck, and the left wasn't very smart. But the social democrats, instead of being like, well, maybe we can do this in a diplomatic way, no, no. Instead, they hired Nazis to kill the lefties. Yeah, epic betrayal, right? Epic betrayal. But usually, social democrats will be with us. Okay, even though they betrayed us that time and that sucked. Don't call them traitors. They don't deserve it. But anyways, social liberals, libertarians, whatever, those people are just gonna stand and watch as this happens, okay? They're just gonna stand and watch and say, well, I didn't do it. Wasn't my fault. Wasn't my fault the Nazis came to power. I just decided not to do anything about it and just say, well, that's okay. Oh shit, it's been captured? Okay, well, luckily Lula is fine. That's good. Needs to remember to he needs to stay fine. And these people are completely crazy, okay? Completely crazy. Let us talk about instead. Let us talk about you who live in Brazil. If any of you are listening, stay safe, okay? Stay safe. It is dangerous when far right parties come to power. We will hope that they will fail. Make another January 6th. We'll see though. We hope that they will fail, but we are never certain about these things. It could be very, very, very dangerous for you, okay? I wouldn't say get out of the country immediately, but if you are part of a minority group that has been, I don't know exactly how hardcore Bolsonaro is, but I can imagine he's not very kind to minority groups. If you're part of a minority group in Brazil, maybe consider at least your options of, well, at least getting out of the country. That could be good. It's never wrong to at least consider it, especially when there's a coup going on, and especially if they succeed. Always remember that at least considering the ways you got out, that could help you save a lot of time if something really happens, you know? And this actually is good for everyone, but I guess countries where the far right is going more crazy it would be more valuable. I mean, if you're in Germany, they just arrested half the far right, so I guess you know guys don't have to worry, but USA and Brazil and those guys, maybe be a little bit careful at least, because the far right is not very nice to people who they don't like. Yeah, remember the Nazis sent the socialists, and I say this as a person who's part Jewish, they sent the socialists before the Jews. They wanted to kill the socialists more than the Jews, at least the socialist politicians, right? So remember that, okay? The left is not well liked at all in far right governments. Anyways, though, so they're trying to do a coup. Yeah, what is this? They call them communists. These people are crazy, dude. Yeah, look at this. The far right has conquered. The far right has like this guy tried to go into government building and like murder the president, and then enact like whatever insane policy to destroy climate change and destroy the world, dude. Do you think I care if he's got an injury or whatever? This guy tried to injure other people. He tried to destroy the world. Basically, I mean, he might not have realized that, but that's what he tried to do. Logically, that's what this guy was doing when he was going on the protest or whatever. I have no remorse. I don't care. Let this guy bleed then. I don't feel a shit for him. He wouldn't mind doing this to other people. He wouldn't mind. He wouldn't mind hitting somebody in the head or shooting them in the back if they didn't join his stupid coup movement, right? Don't feel bad for people who want to hurt other people. There's no reason to. Really, if you participate in something like this, then expect harm. That's what happens when you try to coup a government. What do these people expect to happen? Yeah, absolutely horrible. Tear gas by police. I don't care. Fine. That's what happens if you try to coup stuff. These these guys are going in with like half military gear. Bet you there's a lot of people with guns here. Like police, at least luckily the police is with us right now. We'll see though. We will see. Yeah, we will see whether the oh my god, look at this idiot. Anyway, we will see why or what the military will do. The military will be the deciding factor. It usually is in state coups like this. That's why these people are calling for the military to help them. Okay, it would be if this coup succeeds, it would be a great blow to socialism all over the world. It would be mean great harm all over the world. One of the largest democracies would be destroyed. I'm not saying Brazil is a perfect democracy, but it is a democracy. We need to be worried, okay? Remember that. The left is the one to counter this. The left has to stand up. No matter where you live, you have to stand up. You have to be honest with yourself. Because these people want some really horrible things to happen. They might not realize their opinions are horrible, but they are, okay? They are objectively horrible. So, that's it for the video, guys. I'm hoping that you enjoyed, even though I don't really want to say that, because I'm hoping for you Brazilian people out there to stay safe, stay out of harm's way, and no matter where you live, I hope you take care, as these might be some dark days for the left here, as the far right grows ever stronger. But we will win in the end, remember that. As long as we all stay strong, stay upright, and never surrender to the far right. Never surrender to these Nazi politics they want. I'm not saying it's all Nazi fascist, authoritarian politics. It's all horrible. And I'm gonna end it with that.